Is Metaphiles? Is season 9 or is episode 103? Podcast toss you? It's about us. It's about we worldwide. I'm his Jay.
I'm his Zach.
And when you talk about debuts, it's just like DEBUT.
It's a podcast that talks to you.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Debut. We need to talk about debuts.
Yeah.
So you like debuts?
I like when something starts.
Yeah, this is start stuff.
Like the beginning.
Yeah, it's like first time you do something. It's like pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
So like, it's the first episode of podcast,
It's like,
but it's like not.
No, but it's like, is the debut like of this one?
Yeah, it was. So debut of 103. So, fuck yeah.
Okay, I think people are gonna be tuning out in droves if we do that much longer.
Damn
it. I am almost ready to tune out.
Well, I can go to a different podcast. Okay?
Which one?
Joe Rogan. He'll have me. He's seen...
Have you for lunch.
Ouch. Yeah, we're talking about debuts.
That's right.
The first time a thing is unveiled and revealed.
And comes out.
Mm-hmm. It's a slippery topic. It's a vapory topic. It's an effervescent topic. It's an ethereal.
This is an odd one.
Topic, because you talk about it and it's like, well, that's, and it's like, it's over. It's a debut. Well, yeah, debut. You kind of got to grab onto it.
Yeah.
Like a slippery eel.
As soon as an eel debuts from a reef,
mm-hmm.
the debut part is over.
Mm-hmm. Introducing eel. That's it.
That's it. Then it's just, and now more eel.
Yeah.
I just learned via crossword puzzle.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, science does not know how eels fuck. They've never caught them in the act.
Really?
And they don't have even a guess.
They're a little shy.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just one eel eats a whole other eel because of how they're shaped.
Eel fits inside of another eel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that one, the outer one just goes back out.
Mm-hmm.
And the first eel, or the inside eel, does the equivalent of lighting up a cigarette, whatever that is for an eel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The first eel's like, just relax and tell me what you like, honey. And the eel's like, well, I like to be eaten whole.
Yeah.
And then to come back out.
Like to be fully consumed.
And the other eel's like, well, that's 50.
Same as downtown.
That's right. Downtown Nashville, I can get you consumed by a prostitute for $50. Just let me know.
Yeah. She will unhinge her jaw.
Mm-hmm.
You step right in there. She comes up from a crouched position, closes the jaw. You're just in there.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up and down Broadway a few times.
Yeah.
And then...
And she's really a sweet girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a half bad singer neither.
Yeah. We debuted this very podcast
Indeed.
Well, let's see.
Some amount of time
16 years ago, I believe.
Sure. Yeah, some amount of time.
Took a long hiatus, but we're back now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, like, because we had the whole the early period, the college years.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, when you consider episode 001 as the debut, that happened, not too long ago. It's not the anniversary or anything. This is just number 103.
How different does a thing have to be for it to justify a debut?
A debut, yes.
We couldn't be like, we're going to do a whole new podcast, we're going to debut a new podcast, and then just keep doing this podcast. It wouldn't be a debut.
If we started back at episode 1, but we're still called Metaphiles.
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
Just like a restart?
Yeah. We did 103, and then we start back at 1001. And we say it's the debut episode of Metaphiles.
Mm-hmm.
And then in parentheses we put 2025.
Yeah.
2024, whatever. That would be okay.
Be okay? Debut?
Debut?
Well, I mean, people would just be like, it's not a debut. They're just saying that. And it's bullshit. It's not a debut. It's not debuting anything at all. It has to be unseen. Something not seen before.
I'm going to take us down a path very, very quickly, Jay. I promise.
Yeah, okay.
Marvel Comics is notorious for this, where they will have a comic book that is just going strong, and it's at 78 issues or whatever, and then all of a sudden they're like, guess what? Next month, Uncanny X-Men 1 is coming out. It's 1 again. For no reason. Maybe it changed writers, not even always that. And then it's just 1 again, and it is a debut. And Marvel is just debuting things left and right, fucking up my subscriptions. It's a real hassle. So I wouldn't want to do that to people, actually. Now that was pretty quick and painless, right?
I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Are there any other examples where that has a constant thing? I feel like car companies do that a lot, where it's like the new Mustang Generation 7, and it's like the taillights are a little slanted this time, and the coupe is a little squatter this time.
Yeah, and we're going to debut it here for you now. And the car drives right up onto the stage and honks. And everybody goes, wow!
Wow!
Slanted taillights!
Wow! Yeah, see, that's...
Everything I've ever owned means nothing to me now.
If I see vertical taillights, I'll vomit.
I'll leave my wife and children for just a chance to sit in that thing.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of silly.
Yeah. When is a debut not silly? When it's TV show.
When it's a brand new TV show. Yeah.
Brand new TV show. Bryan Cranston's at it again with something.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston is ready to be a doctor who is... He doesn't like his patients.
Is he turning into like the new Rob Schneider? Like Bryan Cranston, man.
Rob Schneider wishes.
Bands, they have a debut album.
They only ever have it once.
Yeah.
Then sometimes they just change their name, and then they do have a new debut album.
Yeah, new debut. That's a redundant word, isn't it? New debut.
New debut, but not if you spell it N-U debut.
New debut. Maybe band name?
New debut.
Could be band. New debut.
Band?
Possibly.
For a new rock band?
What was your favorite debut of all time?
Can I say the first episode of Metaphiles?
No.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, geez, Jay.
You can say a comic book.
Yeah, I got to. I'm sorry when that X-Men new X-Men 97 cartoon debuted, I was grinning like a fool. Made me very happy.
Uh-huh.
They got it so right that it's crazy. And now I've said the word X-Men twice in the podcast. I didn't mean to do it. I really didn't.
You accept the consequences and
I do.
ramifications?
I'm ready for whatever happens to me next.
I don't think so.
What's yours?
You know, I asked a question and I can't think of one.
Yeah. Well, that's because we're like good conversationalists, where we ask each other a question because we really want to know the other person's answer.
Yeah, we do.
And we like their answer.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't necessarily fit into our beliefs or things we enjoy.
I think I'd have to go with the video game, actually.
Okay.
There's been a few video games where I knew it was coming out. And this, I mean, geez, like years ago. Years and years ago.
Was it when they finally turned the 7-Up dot into a video game? Was
Did
that
they do
what
that?
got you excited? Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, the 7-Up dot was running around, jumping on spiders or something.
Yeah. Let's think about spiders when we think about 7-Up.
Yeah.
Jeez. It was a video game called Total War Empire. Wait, Empire Total War. That was it. And Total War is a series of games that spans back to the early 2000s or maybe before that.
The beginning of war.
Early 2000s? Before that? And, well, I mean, the beginning of this fucking game series, I played a couple of them a lot. And this one came out with a bunch of new. This was actually a debut. It was all new game mechanics and a whole new. It was a huge step forward in this series. So that was cool. That was exciting.
It was a debut of new way of playing an old game which had already debuted.
Yeah, but it was enough to still be a debut.
You know what? Mine was a reimagining of something old as well. So I suppose I have to accept this.
Get off your high debut horse.
Well, it's so high. Getting off of it is I worry I will hurt my ankle.
Debut some medical bills.
Yes. I will be debuted into the hospital and say, and now, Zach Caffrey.
The newest patient at Oak Hill.
My ankle's hurt and I'm here for drugs.
The doctor's like, yeah.
Yeah.
How about worst debut?
Worst
when you
debut.
knew something was coming out, and maybe you went and saw it, or maybe you read it. Maybe you tasted it. Maybe you fucked it. They're debuting the new Fleshlight.
It's not as good. Jay, I'm really...
Go ahead.
I am so sorry about this.
Okay.
But it's another comic book thing.
Oh my god.
I went to what for me was the debut of when they made that Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. And I thought it was just such a huge piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it. I thought it sucked from basically start to finish. And then at the end of it, people started clapping when the credits came up. And it was like...
You rubes!
I don't
Stop clapping,
belong
everybody.
on this planet.
Yeah.
I belong out there in the space with Green Lantern. The real one, not this movie version.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little taste of what debuts in the Marvel Universe are like for me all the time. Basically every single one of them.
We don't really talk about comic book stuff on this show, so...
Oh, now we don't.
We'll move on. Yeah, I hate that now the best and worst thing that ever happened to me were both comic book things. I'm sure there's others, but that's just what came to mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. A third comic book thing. I really hope it's the last one for all of our sakes.
Yeah.
Not doing this on purpose.
You know who else said that? Hitler.
No, he was doing it on purpose. He had a whole plan.
Mine was probably the 2009 Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
This is Star Trek. Turn
So-
off the screen.
so your two things were really nerdy too.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's both think of a cool one just to get our street cred back. When
Man, when fucking like weed debuted into my life, dude. Oh, this is a fucking cool debut.
when they debuted breakdancing into the Olympics, I was like, that's gonna be so cool.
Skip controversy.
Is there anyone who thought that?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, great. They're going to definitely do it right.
Yeah.
It won't feel ham-fisted and kind of patronizing.
We'll make a laughing stock of the Olympics entirely. Yeah.
What's
That
something
was something else.
other than Metaphiles that you have debuted?
My book.
Yes.
Wrote a book, debuted it.
Debuted it.
People were like, "Yeah, I'll read it."
Yeah.
Some people read it.
And for a book, that's one of the better debuts you can have.
Yeah.
Is people say, I'll read that because it's a book. And then some of them do.
They read it and they don't burn it. And they don't like buy it and not read it. They actually read it.
Yeah. Because nobody has read... There's no book that everybody read.
Imagine that. What if that could fix all of our problems?
Yeah.
Everybody just read the same fucking book.
Everybody read the same book. And what the book is probably
My book.
Jay's book.
I know how to fix it. I know how to fix this planet.
Yeah. So if you're out there and you haven't read it, or if you've heard of anybody that hasn't read it anywhere in the world, go ahead and
Good.
get them on it. And if they don't know how to read, you can read it to them.
That's right. I will do it. I will fix the world. I'll go ahead and do it, guys. Everybody sit back.
And I want to be the person who debuts saying thank you for fixing the world. Am I the first? Doesn't count saying it to yourself in the mirror.
No. I would debut my fist in your face. Brand new fist.
For thanking you?
I don't know.
You are hanging out with Joe Rogan too much.
Man, those chimps are like strong as fuck, man. They'll eat you alive. Welcome to Lay Plays.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You thought I don't have the timing that good?
It wasn't the timing. It wasn't about that at all.
This is part of a podcast. This is a podcast idea might be better than this podcast, potentially. This week, I think a good podcast would be Inspirecast. Welcome to Inspirecast. We seek to inspire the listeners of and the viewers of this podcast to improve their lives and believe in themselves more than they have before, because a lot of people may agree with me that in the past they haven't believed in themselves enough, and if they get a little inspired, maybe at that point they could inspire others as well, and we can all inspire each other, and it can all start here on Inspirecast.
We hope to believe that through listening to Inspirecast, you will find your quality of life improved, and that you can take the lessons that you've learned from Inspirecast and pass them on to other people whose lives will then also be so improved.
My guest today is Ben.
I can't think of my last name either. Stein.
Ben Stein. Welcome to the podcast, Ben Stein.
Hi, it's me. Do you want some of my money?
Do you have any products that could help me clear up my red eyes, perhaps?
I used to, of course. That's very funny. I used to sell a product that did just that very thing. I think it was Clear Eyes or perhaps Visine. I can't remember. Since then, of course, I had the very same fluid injected into my body so that I can now clear anyone's dry or itchy eyes simply by spitting into their eyeballs.
Wow. We are getting a little bit off track. We like to talk on this podcast, and we tend to go in a lot of different directions, so let's...
I'm sorry for flying off the handle. I get a little excited.
Well, let's get back to inspiring people.
Please.
When you think about being inspired, you want to think about what inspiration means to you. And to some people, that means making liquid that cures... that medicates the irritation that you might feel in your eyes, because that will make the world a better place.
That's very true.
Excuse me.
I apologize. I got excited again.
If we get too excited and we stop talking about inspiring people, we may fail to light the spark inside of them.
Passion is my greatest passion, so I would never want to do that.
That's why you're a guest this week on this podcast. I'm afraid we're out of time. Thank you for watching InspireCast. Next week, we hope to inspire you anew.
Do you need to read the ad?
I almost forgot to read the ads. This podcast is brought to you by Clear Eyes. For all irritations of the eyeballs, use Clear Eyes.
Call me on my home telephone and schedule an appointment, and I will spit in your eye.
His phone number is 888
888
Call the day toll free.
Extension 8.
Bye. Yeah, it's a pretty inspiring podcast.
Oh yeah, I feel more inspired already. Absolutely.
Yeah, it kind of gives me a little bit of pep in my step, just like...
Yeah, it got me fired up.
Yeah, like get me the fuck out of here, kind of, just like...
I feel like I could take on anyone.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, with unimpeded vision.
Yeah.
To boot. Yeah. Well, think about it.
Man. Yeah.
Think about that.
Wow.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Metaphiles segment 2 debuts in the world.
Yeah.
Let's hear some facts.
Let's do just that. And only that.
Huh? Oh.
Huh?
Let me get a beat for the...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Let me get a vocal track on top of that.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great. Do we want maybe a high end?
Yeah, I got a little guitar part. Somebody help me out here. Get through it. Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh. And you thought we weren't cool in segment 1?
Yeah.
Okay, Jay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let's get a picture of us if we were to, I mean, just the cool version of us that just came up with that song, but like a visual representation of that.
The us who is that song all the time.
Yes.
And we're going to hear the song while we look at them.
Yeah, I can actually wire this up. Well, if I hit the right settings.
Yeah, we've definitely gotten them to work together.
Yeah, okay.
And then you have to
I'm glad you did that, not me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow.
Damn. Debut of a couple of cool new characters for the show.
Yeah. Nice.
Jay, the research is a little different this week.
Oh.
It's the debut of a new style of research, one might say.
Ooh.
And we'll see if we want to use this style of research ever again, or maybe it's singular to this, and maybe it debuts and dies all in one.
I'll try not to be the debut police.
Thank you.
Be like, that's not a real debut, and be all like that.
I don't want you to be debut PD. But something you should know about how the way this research works is it's not going to be as obvious as usual probably when it's time to stop us down and break in and slow down on things. So just like be alert and ready to stop me. Because once I get rolling on this, I'm going to be a bullet train, baby, to Mars.
I'm alert.
Okay. So, here we go. Excuse me. This is not part of it. Okay, here we go. Do you want to hear the beat one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, we'll start.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Metaphiles episode 001 debuted on March 19th, 2022. One day after the premiere of season 1 on Netflix of a Polish drama called Krakow Monsters, in which a young woman haunted by her past joins a mysterious professor and his group of students to investigate paranormal activity and fight demons. That show lasted for 8 episodes. It featured Andrzej Chira as Professor Jan Zawadzki. Andrzej Chira made his debut in a miniseries called Decalogue in 1987, which was a TV miniseries of 10 dramatic films, each based on one of the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments debuted on Mount Sinai when Moses traveled there to speak with the Lord. Lorde released her debut album Pure Heroine, spelled with an E, in 2013. It included 10 tracks, including Royals, which was the debut single. Royals had lyrics including, "I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies." There is archaeological evidence to support that ancient Egyptians debuted the idea of exchanging wedding rings as far back as 4000 BC, and as the practice of wearing it on the fourth finger of the left hand, fourth finger from the thumb, was also debuted at this time.
Third rock from the sun.
Thank you. This practice continued for some time before knowledge of the circulatory system dispelled the belief that a vein runs from that finger directly to your heart, which was known as the vena. This vein was known as the vena amoris, or vein of love. Vein of Love was the debut novel by Canadian author R. Scarlett. It came out in August 16th, 2016. It's a paranormal adult romance regarding an arranged demon marriage.
Oh, wow. And
is available in ebook format. The debut of the concept of an ebook, you're getting it, a debut of the concept of an ebook reader comes from 1930 in a manifesto by Bob Brown after seeing his first ever talkie. He wrote about something called a readie, which he described as a simple reading machine which I can carry and move around, attached to any old electronic light plug, and I can read a 100,000 word novel in 10 minutes if I want to, and I want to.
That's a little optimistic.
The debut of the electrical plug occurred on November 8th, 1904, when it was patented by Harvey Hubble II, who also created the pull chain light socket. Harvey Hubble was his name.
Hubble telescope?
Different one. American comedy drama film Harvey debuted on December 21st, 1950 in the United States. It starred Jimmy Stewart as a man whose best friend is an invisible rabbit, possibly due to Jimmy Stewart's character's alcoholism.
What connects these beyond a superficial word association?
They are all debuts of things, Jay.
Oh.
I have to start over. No, just kidding. That movie debuted. It had all those things, possibly due to Jimmy Stewart's character's alcoholism. The New York Times wrote a review of the film Harvey, and Bosley Crowther wrote, "It is so freely flowing in its screenplay, so vivid and droll in its direction, and so darling is the acting of James Stewart and the rest of the cast that a virtually brand new experience is in store for even those who saw the play."
James Stewart first film.
The New York Times released its debut issue as the New York Daily Times on September 18th, 1851, and has been in print since, employing such journalists as Christopher Lydon. In July of 2003, Christopher Lydon and David Weiner took Lydon's interviews and created an RSS feed where they were available as MP3 downloads, thus creating the debut of podcasts. The Metaphiles podcast debuted with episode 001 on March 19th, 2022.
Uh-huh.
And then we would start over. I thought that would take longer than it did.
It wraps all the way around.
It did a whole loop.
Oh, whoa.
And not because I forced it to, because it just did it on its own.
Wow. I mean, I would have thought you would have had like the pictures on the wall that detectives do, and they connect, like this connects to this.
Oh.
This is, and draw lines between them and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But you did that verbally. You didn't even need the visualization. So, kudos. That was impressive. That was cool.
Thanks.
I'm trying to think of what would be the next connection.
Yeah, well,
I got one of them.
You did get one. That took me an hour and a half and filled up 2 pages of the notebook, so I really thought it would also take up the whole segment.
Well, you should have read it in the InspireCast voice.
You're right.
Ben Stein voice.
Yeah. I could never dream of being like him. So that's all the research that there is. We sure touched on a lot.
Yeah, no, that's
a lot of things have debuted. And that's only like less than half. So should we go back through some of them?
Sure.
Okay.
Pick a random one.
Well, I'm going to randomly pick the first one after our own
That's still random.
name. Season 1 of Krakow Monsters, the Polish show where a young woman haunted by her past joins a mysterious professor and his group of students to investigate paranormal activity and fight demons.
That's a bold debut.
8 episodes.
Only 8 episodes, yeah.
Bold debut from Poland. trying to get into the like Buffy the Vampire Slayer X-Files arena in 2022. They debuted one day before us.
Frankly, it's bold to debut any TV series on fucking streaming services because they get axed after one fucking season.
They get axed. Not don't do any more episodes. They get axed. Can you stop, please?
I'm asking you.
Netflix axed
to stop doing more episodes. Yeah.
Netflix. We're flying blind here for the next like 12 minutes, Jay. So.
Well, I mean, we're not going to just stop and do research on camera. That's ridiculous.
Well, it is only because we've tried it before, and my phone doesn't get a good reception here in Metaphiles Studios, which is a huge problem. I did look up debut in the news, and some football player is going to play a game for the Steelers.
Well, we could guide our viewers through their own research. So if you're watching as someone who wants to do their own research here in the research segment, you should open up your internet browser and type in on the address bar Google, that's Google, and it'll bring you to the website google.com. Type in the word debut into google.com. There's going to be a link very near the top that's going to say Wikipedia.
That's right.
Click on that link. Start reading from the very top of the page.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can kind of skip the top where it says, like, find an article and stuff like that. It'll probably really big say the word debut, and that's where you start.
I mean, yeah. But
although that is the debut of that website page, so maybe if you really like debuts, maybe you do want to read from the very top, where it probably will say www. It'll probably say https://www.wikipedia.org/debut. I think
you missed article.
I couldn't remember if it said article every time.
No, I really don't remember.
You'd think they'd have cleaned that up by now. Let's see if we can find out. Let's see if my phone will cooperate that much. Yeah, we're debuting.
We're researching Wikipedia. Hey, Wikipedia should be a topic.
Oh,
never mind. I guess not.
Jeez. I guess I could read the Wikipedia article about Wikipedia.
Oh, whoa. Superman. Whoa.
It says, I was way off, man. I'm acting like a damn fool. It does start with no HTTPS, none of that. On the phone, it's en.m.wikipedia.org/something. I can't see the whole thing because smartphones don't work that way.
This is what happens when we run out of research,
This is what happens.
Look like idiots on camera.
This is the day we've always dreaded and talked about. And what was our plan for when this happened? We had a whole protocol for this. So if we ever run out of research before the research segment is open, we will enact the research protocols. Yes, okay.
Research protocols.
Yeah. And saying we enact them makes that alarm go. And then that alarm tells us that it's time to talk about something that we know about already. That we don't need to have a notebook or Wikipedia. We just know about it. So
I know about like beer. And talk about beer. Oh, you mean like a topic that we have in-depth knowledge that most people don't have about?
Yeah. So
I can try to pick one.
Metaphiles we know more about than most people. The first episode of Metaphiles.
Not counting Metaphiles.
I
it has to
feel
be
like
other than Metaphiles.
Debuted like on March 19th, 2022, if I'm had to guess. I mean, I don't have to guess. I know it, and I knew it. I know it really well.
I know, beers.
Yes. Yeah.
There's Budweiser. There's Budweiser Light.
Yeah. They have one that's with cherry in it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bud Cherry.
Yeah. There's other stuff too. I know hamburgers. I like McDonald's.
Sure. Yeah.
They have hamburgers.
They have hamburgers, chicken sandwich. I don't feel like the research protocols are working.
No?
No.
Okay.
We might need to scrap the research protocols and come up with new research protocols, but we can't do that right now. Let's debut a new fun character for the show.
Okay.
Of course, we love the Fact Tube. We love the Beats Me. We love the Rust Poll, the first and still the best.
Yeah.
Let's have a fun new one. It's Ashtray.
We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah, it's the Ashtray. It spins in a circle, and that's when you know it's ashtray time. Wee, ashtray time. Jay, it's spinning, and you know when it spins, you know what we do. We talk in a British accent. Oh, bloody hell, it's ashtray time, innit?
Yeah, I guess this is pretty okay. It's ashtray time.
Oh, it's jolly good ashtray time.
This is the podcast.
What a great new character.
Let's do the beat again.
Okay.
Help me out.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, I feel sort of like tethered again.
I don't want to do ashtray time. I don't think it's a good character.
I loved it, but we can work on it.
Well, frankly, we're so dedicated to research because we are dedicated to bringing our fans knowledge about stuff that they would never bother to want to know about.
Yeah.
In the first place, like carpet.
Right. I got an idea, Jay. I got a real idea now. This is a real one.
Are you sure it's a real idea?
Yeah, this is real.
Okay.
We're going to debut a new segment.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it yet, but we'll come up with the name for it. There's a new segment on the show. This is where we go to one factoid from a previous episode.
Sure.
So, give me a number between 102 and 84.
83. 87.
Okay. Oh, I don't have that one. I must have just used a printout for that one because it literally goes from 86 straight to 88. So whatever we did for 87, I must have just used printed out materials.
I do 93.
Okay. This is a great new segment. We got it. Okay. It's time to take a look back.
Metaphiles retrospective.
Yeah. Retro files.
Retro files.
Let's do a quick edition of Retro Files. In the 1928, Justin P. Seberg, who is a player piano manufacturer, combined an electrostatic loudspeaker with a coin-operated record player or audiophone machine, which was wide and bulky, to having 8 separate turntables mounted on a rotating Ferris wheel-like device, allowing patrons to select from 8 different records, and he later created one that could do 10. And do you know what that is?
A jukebox?
That was a jukebox. So you learned that twice.
I mean, I straight up forgot that shit.
Me too. I did not remember Justice P. Seberg's contribution.
Justice P. Seberg.
Yeah.
I probably did that during that episode.
Probably, and we probably called him a nice fellow, which we didn't do today, or about any of the people that we talked about today.
It's too far out of context for me to just throw a nice fella at somebody.
True.
I don't do it lightly.
No, because some people aren't nice fellas.
That's true.
So we got to learn that a second time. What do you think of Retrophiles? Okay.
We'll be right back.
Wait. Yeah. Say it again.
We'll be right back. It's segment 3, and you're watching the Metaphiles, and we're talking about why debuts. Why do we have them? Why? Why?
We're going to focus up on this one. We're going a little off the rails in that last segment, I think.
A little unprofessional.
A little bit. We're going to focus up.
We're going to lower the Patreon subscription price.
That's right.
To $85.
That's right. For a long time, it's been $85.50, and we apologize, and we know you deserve a break.
Yep.
So here's what I'm going to ask. Why debuts? Of course, it's because something must debut to exist. But when in doubt, zoom out, if that's a good using of that phrase. Why do people think that the things they do when they're debuting something are good? And why do people like those things, or don't they? Such as when a Dune movie is debuting, why do they think, well, let's put a rubber worm on the top of the popcorn, and that'll make everybody really excited about Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Things of this nature.
You debut something that comes from within deeply. You know, you don't debut your evening plans.
No.
You don't debut your opinion of Sunday night's football game.
Correct.
You debut important things. It implies importance.
Something that's been honed.
Prepared for a debut.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you think to yourself, I care deeply about this, about its success, even cynically about it getting a lot of butts in seats. We want people to see it.
Yeah.
We want a big debut with Bafo-Bio.
Bafo-Bio?
Big box office.
Nice fella?
Bucks.
Oh.
Big old bucks.
Uh-huh.
And we think to ourselves, let's give them a thing that, yes, everybody is going to compare it to a Fleshlight, the new debut of the new Fleshlight. And yes, everybody's going to think about that scene from that movie where the feller put his pecker in the popcorn box. And yes, people are going to think about making posts where their pecker's coming up out of the worm or down into the worm, much like an eel reversed.
Yes.
But they're going to be talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Cover of CNN. Pecker. Corn buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you said, like, it could be monetary. Like, you can debut bad ideas because you're a shitty person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like it. Or not even, you don't even have to be, you don't have to be a shitty person to have bad ideas either.
True.
And vice versa. Anyways.
Well said.
Yeah. I guess the main point I would say is that, like, it implies importance again.
Uh-huh.
So.
It's a ramp up.
Well, I guess it also implies, like we were talking about, something that is actually new. You know, something that's actually worth saying debut about.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm fucking going in circles, man.
You're doing great. You're not a bad person or a person with bad ideas, or if you did have bad ideas, it doesn't mean you're a bad person, or if you are a bad person, it doesn't mean that your ideas are bad.
Thanks.
Or all those things might be true, or none of them. But I want to stick with the popcorn boxes, if I may. And I got two questions, and you can pick. Maybe you do both, maybe you do neither, maybe all things are true, maybe nothing is true. Here's both questions.
Amen. What's up?
What's a movie that you have a good design for a popcorn box for? Existing or on approach? Or B question, if your book has fixed the world and it's time to make a movie out of it, what do you hope the popcorn box of your book is? Your face?
Wow. So much to think about.
Do you want your face to be on top of the popcorn box with your mouth open going, wow, good popcorn box? You're saying, wow, and it caught you.
What movie is that?
It's when they make your book into a movie. It's your face, but they caught you mid-wow, so your mouth is kind of going,
oh. Okay, well, let's have it on the fact tube.
That not what you would want it to be?
Nope. I mean, as far as the like
humble,
the first the first question of like which movie.
Yeah.
I kind of thought of.
I had a feeling you'd go with that one over the over the other right thing.
Understandable.
Yeah. What do you got?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay.
And it's a mound of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
But it's popcorn.
Oh.
Like, you know, I mean, it's not actual. That's just the cover that goes over the, like we're talking about.
But, okay, so it's a bucket full of popcorn. Then you slap this thing on top of it. And it's
supposed to be a mound of potatoes.
But it's actually potatoes?
Mashed potatoes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like he does in the movie.
Yeah, I know. He makes the Devil's Tower out of the potatoes. But is it actually potatoes?
Nope, it's just the plastic worm fucking cover thing for it.
Okay, it's plastic, but it looks like potatoes, and it looks like the potatoes sculpted into Devil's Tower.
Like from a screenshot, yeah.
Okay. Well, I know personally that I just in that few seconds, and that's all the time it takes, I got really excited to be eating some mashed potatoes at the movies.
That would be good. Yeah.
Honestly, that is a better movie snack than popcorn is.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to have a lot of complaints when people find out they can't eat the potatoes.
Maybe it would be both. It would be the cover. And it would be fucking mashed potatoes, but it had the cover, so you still have to use your hand to get the mashed potatoes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Frozen mashed potato bars. Nah. As far as for like my book,
hey, did you know?
Made into a movie directed by David Lynch.
Wow, he retired, but if he wasn't, No, wait, I had
David
something.
Lynch?
You keep thinking about what your popcorn bucket looks like for your movie directed by David Lynch. God, I would love it. I would be so happy for both of you. But you said it's actual. Oh, that you eat the potatoes by hand. You got a handful of potatoes. Your hands are all covered in potatoes and butter and popcorn and stuff and salt. And there was something about that. Hold on, let me. Did you have yours? Because I'm not going to get there.
No, we should cut all that out. It's just, I will not, just that long pause. I can't think of anything if my book was made into a movie.
It's tough because nobody has read your book.
Cover. So. It would be tough if they read it because there's just nothing that translates like that.
Yeah.
Into a.
Yeah.
The concepts are too highbrow.
Yeah. The truth is that your book is too smart, but also accessible.
It could be a brain.
Oh, hey.
Just a fucking brain, man.
And maybe the brain is made out of mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato brain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, just a hot cup of mashed potato while you're watching Transformers 1 coming out. The Origins story.
Oh, it's the debut?
It's the debut
They're like, oh, this is the real debut, sorry.
Yeah. How the heck did they turn into cars? I hope we find out. What do I got? About what?
The same question. Which movie would you have a custom one made for?
And this is another one of those great examples of where I asked you the question and I did not have an answer for it, and I haven't been thinking about it this whole time. I've been busy thinking about how come I want to eat mashed potatoes at the movies, and
we have very many of those examples.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and say why. No, let's go ahead and say why debuts.
Why debuts?
We've been saying it. Because something has been prepared to be unveiled, that has been worked on to be a new thing that is being shown to people for the first time.
Has there ever been a movie where a lot of the movie is about people eating corn on the cob? Because if so, I choose that movie, and it's a big corn on the cob sticking just straight up.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of like lift, you crack the corn in the cob in half, and it's a lid on a hinge, and then you dip down, get some of the popcorn comes out of a corn on the cob. And that's...
You would have so many customers either mad that they didn't get corn on the cob or that they didn't get popcorn.
You're right. I think, yeah. No, you do get popcorn.
You'd still have people mad that they didn't get popcorn. Like,
You still would.
That much confusion.
Yeah. No, you're right. I kind of fell into the same trap I accused you of, where now people are mad that they're not eating corn on the cob at the movies, which is also, frankly, a better movie snack than popcorn is.
No.
Less crunchy.
So this is why debuts?
Yeah, because you have to have really thought about your idea before you say it out loud. That's what we're learning. We are learning, actually.
Yeah.
If you just have an idea and you blurt it out, you don't think about the consequences.
Yeah.
And then you seem like a person either A, with bad ideas, or who B, is a bad person, or maybe is both.
We both fell in the same trap.
Yeah. And I watched you do it, and then I went ahead and did it myself.
All right, so what's the villain of debuts?
Finales.
I'm going to say Netflix. I'm going to say streaming services.
Yeah, Yeah. They're the villain in that they gave debuts such a platform that they actually took all their power away. It acted like it was giving it more power, but in fact there's debuts happening left and right, and you can't keep track. And so the debut now has no fanfare, has no
Yep.
impact. Yeah, Netflix, villain of the debut. And I hope that when they make your book into a movie directed by David Lynch,
Starring Rob Schneider.
starring Rob Schneider as Ben. That's the main character's name.
Ethan.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't come out on Netflix.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
It would be a death sentence.
Yeah. Even despite how excited we all would be for a new Rob Schneider vehicle these days.
Yeah.
How hungry we are to just see him again.
We had forgotten how hungry we were back then. And now we're reminded.
Rob
how hungry
Schneider,
we are for Rob Schneider.
the mashed potatoes and corn on the cob of Hollywood and New York.
What's the lesson?
The lesson. Give me some mashed potatoes at the movies. That's the lesson to me. That's what I learned tonight for sure. I'm going to be going to my local theater fairly soon to see a certain Coppola film.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I was eating mashed potatoes. I'm going to be going to see Megapocalypse. And I wish I was eating mashed potatoes at Megapocalypse.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt it would be delicious.
And you can make the spoons shaped like a
Harry Potter wand.
Yeah. Or like one of those architect's plane things that I saw the guy holding on the poster for Megapocalypse.
Oh.
He's holding one of those things that like an architect. It's
Yeah.
a T square. I believe it's called T square. We'll do an episode about that someday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's my lesson.
Titanic. It's the Titanic.
Yeah.
Is
And the
this movie?
potatoes are the iceberg.
Yeah. Oh. Wait until it's playing on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, wait 2.5 hours. Your potatoes are going to be a little bit cold, but
Like, okay, everybody eat them now.
it's immersive. Yeah, and and little James Cameron's head comes up on the screen and says, "Begin your potatoes now."
God. He was...
It's time
actually
for
fucking do that,
potatoes. Hi, James Cameron here.
Yeah.
Potato time. Bye.
James Cameron here for Regal Cinemas. You can eat your potatoes now. Hope you enjoy the rest of the movie.
There's not much left. I'm going to warn you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The fate.
The fate of the debut. I mean, some stuff that's out is good, and some stuff that has come out is good, and some stuff that's gonna come out maybe will be good. So I guess I hope debuts keep happening,
Yeah.
because maybe some of them will be good. So for that reason, I send the debut up to the Pinewood in the hopes that maybe good stuff could happen.
If that's a mean ratio, more debuts equals more good.
Mm-hmm.
Of certain ratio.
Yeah.
Then hell yeah, I completely agree with that. And honestly, even short of that, I'd probably still want debuts up in Pinewood. I want it's fun to have new stuff,
Yeah.
even if it sucks.
Or
It's
even
fun to talk shit about it. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we sit here and talk shit all episode long.
Definitely.
Anyways,
We're the shit talking
shit talkers.
We're the Shit Talkers. Episode 1 coming out next week of the Shit Talkers, and that's why we really did all this. Is it's a backdoor pilot, what they call. for our new podcast, The Shit Talkers, where we pick a topic every week and we talk shit about it.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
We're going to do our first episode next week. It's going to be about names, and we're just going to talk shit on names.
I think we should do Tom Brady.
Okay.
Oh, you think he's fucking announcing now?
He thinks that...
He thinks he's good at that too?
He thinks that Brady is a last name.
We wouldn't make good shit talkers.
No.
We wish everybody well.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that, but...
Well, not Tom Brady. But
I don't know anything about him. Except he kissed his son on the mouth. Which is a strange thing to do. But not all people with bad ideas are bad people. And so on and so forth. And likewise and neither way.
Amen.
The
twist.
The twist. The twist is that this episode was debuts because it is the last episode of Metaphiles. This is our final episode. The timer has gone off on our show. No, that's not true at all.
I was just going to carry on. I'll be like, we'll talk more next week. Bye.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I shouldn't have bailed on it.
I don't know.
I thought people would be getting so scared. The twist, Jay, is...
Man, what was the damn topic? No, the twist. It's actually kind of a hard twist.
Yeah.
To think about.
Well, I mean, yeah. And sometimes the twists do relate to the topic, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, it's true. I got the twist. The twist is that the research Metaphile protocols in the event that happened,
yeah,
they didn't work. That was the twist.
That was a pretty...
That out.
Yeah, that was pretty devastating. Because
Yeah.
we worked so hard on those.
We had a whiteboard and everything.
We had a whiteboard that we put thumbtacks with yarn going into pictures onto. Screwed up the whiteboard pretty bad.
No, there was no whiteboards.
No.
White boys.
There was
but
those.
no whiteboards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that twist? Is that twist episode?
For a second, I had to remember what it was, which is not a great thing to say about a twist. It's like, what? Oh, yeah, he was dead or something? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that completely blew my mind.
And Night Shyamalan is watching, like...
Here's a twist for you.
Twist me, daddy.
It seems like everybody's very excited about that new M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's like, when did he get the goodwill back? And a lot of times we do end up talking about M. Night Shyamalan in the twist portion of the show, but it's because he keeps making news. He's got this movie coming out called Trap, and I just heard... Okay, twist. I just heard two people whose opinions about film I really respect being like, yeah, I'm going to go see Trap. It's like, what did he do since the last time that he made us all really upset? Because he didn't do it. He didn't do it to me. He was winning me back, and then he lost me again big time, and then nothing in between that and now.
We have 2 points.
Okay.
They know it's going to be something different.
Why?
Because it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, it sucks in a different way every time. The second point, every movie he makes a lot of money.
But I'm not talking about
on a small budget.
But I'm not
so much money. For
I'm gonna refute both of those points. And this is the shit talkers now. You're dumb, and here's why. Twice. I'm not talking about people who are Joe Dum-Dum, who go to the movies and because they want the movie to make money. And I'm not talking about people who are like, let's go see how it sucks. They want to go see it because they think it's going to be good. And look, some of that guy's movies are good. I'm taking us down a bad path, Jay.
I agree. I liked a lot of his early movies very much.
He's got some good stuff.
I think they're some of the best movies of the 2000s. Like that, aughts, right?
I'm getting all fired up.
I know.
What? That movie he made was so bad, that one. And now he does this.
Ooh, that M. Night Shyamalan movie was so bad.
It was so bad. It made me upset.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding around. Trap will be great.
Well, we'll all be there.
Josh Hartnett is back.
He's back.
Hey.
We'll all be there for his next movie's debut.
Not me. I'm saying because I really do think he probably watches this section of the show because he likes twists so much.
It's like there's a podcast that has a twist at the end.
I'll go. I love twists.
Is it a twist?
I'm not fooled. I'm not fooled by this trap. I think the movie Trap is a trap. I think that's the twist of that movie. Is he says, "I got you. I trapped you in this movie."
His next one's gonna be called Rotten Tomato Bomb. I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's still gonna debut, and it's gonna be a new thing.
Trap, the movie Trap.
It's an undeniable debut.
I just heard it already did debut.
I know. It's the next movie after this one.
Oh yeah.
It's an undeniable debut.
That's true. He's one of the people we have right now who his name is why people go see it, and a lot of them are there to see why is it bad. I don't like that. Maybe there was a couple of white boys who host the Shit Talkers would like something like that, but here on Metaphiles, our final episode, I say let's like things.
I forgot the shit talk.
Let's like things again.
Sure.
Including M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. And that's the twist within the twist. I did all of this to teach us a lesson about how we can debut new ways of thinking. Wow. It was just like the research. It all circled right back around, didn't it?
I really think it did. This is part of the sign-off that I say.
It's part of the sign-off that I say. Hello there. It's almost the end of the show, but not quite. I'm Zach Caffrey.
I'm Jason Ford.
And you just watched the episode of Metaphiles that you watched, and now you're seeing this. And it's the part where we say, it's like us, subscribe to us, comment about it.
Get on our shit.
Get on it. Build a little community with us. You're all a part of it. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little world we have here.
It's just a big ball of liking and subscribing and comments.
And it's wonderful to do. And you like doing it. You do.
You do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And this week, why not make a comment about bye.
Bye-bye.
Metaphiles.